Yo guys, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down this week's price action from April 26th to May 1st. I want to give you guys some insight on how I was able to use the power of 3 as well as weekly profiles to develop high probability biases as well as high probability trades. So I won't waste any of your time. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So this is the weekly profile that I look for when trading at all-time highs. It's the classic expansion. So this is a Monday accumulation, Tuesday manipulation, Wednesday and Thursday distribution, and Friday trading a bit lower to put in the wick of the weekly candle. And you can see that happened pretty much perfectly. We have a Monday accumulating, Tuesday manipulating, putting in the low of week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday distributing, with Friday trading lower, put in the wick on the weekly candle. So why was I anticipating a classic expansion? Look at the past 5 weeks on the charts. You do not want to be trying to pick a top when we are this bullish. We have moved 5,000 points in the past 5 weeks. So I will not be looking to short in a situation like that. So when we're looking for the power of 3 within the classic expansion weekly profile, we would expect early in the week to accumulate, early in the week to manipulate, and then the entire rest of the week to distribute. And you can see we have done that absolutely to a T. So I'll break down each trading day, what I was looking for, how I avoided losses, and how I established high probability trades. So we can go all the way back to Monday at market open. Now, if you look at Monday's overnight session here, we have not done anything. That is sign number 1 that we are going to accumulate all day, which is perfectly fine. These are the easiest days to just sit out. And funny enough, these are the days where people blow their accounts. So if you're able to identify a weekly profile before even getting on the charts, or before looking to take a trade, I should say, you will be able to avoid so many low probability trading days. So we'll let this play out here, and you can just see how wicky we are. We didn't put in one 5-minute fair value gap until right here, which is the next day. So you do not want to be trading this at all. It's best to just stay out, let price develop, let price confirm your weekly profile is correct. And then once we start putting in this manipulation like here, this is when you can start to look for some type of setup. If you're looking to trade the manipulation, I never recommend it because it's often very sloppy, hard to trade, hard to get good entries. But I will say this Tuesday I did take a fairly small trade here. We had a nice internal range to external range setup. Was able to capitalize on this small little short, taking my position off at this internal low right here, not demanding too much when we are putting in the weekly manipulation. What you really want to prioritize are the following days when you are expecting the distribution. You want to be able to identify protected lows within the market. You want to be able to identify engineered highs within the market. You want to be able to identify what time price is going to distribute to higher time frame objectives. And the way that you do all of this is number 1, looking for internal Po3 models. So you can see here on Wednesday, we had FOMC in the PM session. Now, if we take a look at what FOMC does, we accumulate pretty much all day. Keep in mind, we are expecting the higher time frame distribution to happen. So this should be a very obvious very obvious accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So what do we get? Accumulate all day Wednesday. FOMC news manipulates. We put in SMT at this low here, as well as SMT at Tuesday's low here. With these two SMTs in place, waiting for this change in state of delivery, we can now identify this low to be the low of week, and we can expect it to be protected. Why? Because we have manipulated it twice. We have what's called a two-stage SSMT here, and very, very strong change in state of delivery with a clear buy side target. So this here is your internal power of 3 model that is going to verify your external power of 3 model. So this right here is where everything is confirmed. So if you're able to capitalize on this distribution, that is great. Unfortunately, this week was a bit weird with FOMC in the PM session because this 400-point move occurred at 6 p.m. open on Thursday. Not ideal, but if you're seeing all of this, you can be sitting here waiting for this daily candle to open and catch that distribution. So since we have all of this confirmed, we have a super strong change in state of delivery, we can now anticipate Thursday to continue the move higher as our weekly power of 3 is in its distribution phase. So how can we identify our entry on Thursday, which is going to be our highest probability day because of everything that we have previously confirmed? A very nice daily power of 3. We've got Asia accumulation here. London manipulates into what? Internal range liquidity, which is going to be an unfilled imbalance. So we can expect a New York session to distribute. We've got engineered buy side. We had tons of SMTs at these lows here. We're expecting the weekly candle to continue its distribution. Everything is aligned. This is one of the days where you can look to enter right at 9:30. And as you can see, we just absolutely pumped. And if you missed that, there is another internal power of 3 model that you could have taken, which I did take, which is a 4-hour power of 3. We have 10 a.m. open right here. We accumulate, we manipulate, we put in SMT at these lows so we can establish this low as protected. We get a change in the state of delivery, which is going to be right here. You can front run that to the engineered buy side liquidity. So you can see how this all just blends together perfectly. But in order to have a read on price like this, you need to understand weekly profiles and higher time frame power of 3s. So I highly suggest that you guys go back in the charts and identify these higher time frame power of 3s by yourself. Take notes, note how they form, find protected lows, find why they are protected lows, and implement these things into your current strategy.